Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NEWSBEAT Nightly. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool little trades. A lot of things to watch. What is going to be sexy in 2018? As I like to use that word a lot. And speaking of sexy, what kind of toys can we play with? Wink, wink. So obviously, cryptocurrency being a very big toy to play with. I do think that bubble's going to continue. Well, she probably has good taste in men, which is more than what I could say for most women, biker. So we're looking at cryptocurrency. We know that we know how. It's funny because you guys are reading my predictions and you already know I'm going to be right on at least like 75-80% of them, minimally. And it's funny because that's just something that goes on every single year. It just goes on every single year. When it comes to especially like geopolitical predictions, with what happened with the United Nations, it's so funny to see the media shocked and in awe of what is happening right now in the United Nations. However, it can have very big impact on the market. And I only discuss things that have an impact on the market unless it's like trader health, like, nutrition wise and stop smoking. I mean, it all relates to trading ultimately. Any angle that I throw at you can be bounced back to trading. So, United Nations, we might stop giving hundreds of millions of dollars to the Palestinian Authority. Now, what does that mean? Could mean increased tensions. It means pretty much this is going to be the most defining year, as I said in my report, of Trump's presidency, of your trading and Trump's presidency. Why? Because we are going to see if there can actually, believe it or not, after thousands and thousands and thousands of years, if there could be a resolution to conflict in the Middle East. Now, that might happen this year, it might not happen this year. But I do know the best way to bring someone to the table is money. Why do you think China circumvents UN sanctions and gives oil to North Korea? Let's call them out. That's a scumbag move. That is a huge scumbag move. If you think North Korea is an evil dictatorship, it's funny. These North Korean soldiers, they go across the demilitarized zone, sometimes across mines, while being shot at, trying to deflect, or not deflect, defect, into South Korea. And every time they give these ex-North Koreans like exams and medical exams, they find like tapeworms. The last one they found had a tapeworm 1.5 feet long. How? God, that's so disgusting. These people are being tortured. But when it comes to money, then we'll sell oil. Oh, anthrax? Oh, that's not harmful at all. Oh, goodness. I thought it was like non-organic GMO food for a second. Oh, that would have been the death of me. It was just anthrax. Oh, thank God. Okay. Whew. Close call. Now, what am I getting at with this? I'm getting at the reasoning for the bear market. You're like, Mark, what does that have to do with the trading? What does that have to do with the market? Because this is what's going to happen. The U.S. is going to go to the United Nations. Guess what? That's where the United Nations money comes from. The United States of America. And we're going to twist Russian aggression in our advantage. It's funny. People are seeing this. Oh my God, Russia is so evil. They're aggressive. They this and that and this and that. But the funny thing is, we're going to twist this to our advantage, and the North Korean dictatorship might end this year. I mean, what a bold call. Most people think I'm crazy. A lot of the think tank guys in Washington think that I'm out of my mind, by the way. When I tell them this, they're like, no way. Like, not in my lifetime, not in maybe my children's lifetime. That's how they talk to me when I say the North Korean dictatorship is going to end. You know how you end it? You throw a sanction against China. You throw sanctions against China for illegally holding North Korean money. They're doing it through the banks. They started slowing down and cracking down on it. And they're also shipping oil directly to their doorstep, right across the border. You starve the resources out of someone, they have to leave. You know what they do in a prison riot? They shut off all the water and they shut off the air conditioning when prisoners take over a certain cell block. For example, you guys ever see Prison Break? First season? That's what they do. They starve you of resources until you just can't fight anymore. The same thing must be done to North Korea. Now, China is still supplying them with oil. The only way to stop that is to throw sanctions against China. I wrote that in my 2018 report. And I said, don't get too excited because sanctions against China will hurt the Chinese economy. The Chinese economy getting hurt with 1.3 billion people, don't be delusional, will inevitably send shockwaves throughout our entire financial system. So while it might be the right thing to do to stop the psychopathic North Korean dictator, it's not going to be bullish for our markets, is the point I'm making. So that's the only way to get China to cooperate. I mean, China lied. They said they were going to do everything they can to come to a peaceful resolution with North Korea. They lied. They're liars. Well, I'm not saying that most countries don't have liars. I'm sure the United States lied on many occasions. I mean, I'm not playing the high horse here. I'm just explaining that we're going to use the United Nations as a tool to destroy North Korea. And we're going to do it through China. Very complex chess game I'm talking about here. 4 moves ahead. And that's going to lead to our bearish market. We're going to get a bearish market in the first few months. 4 or 5. I said March, April, or May. I'm making a phenomenally bold call. And I'm taking a few months wiggle room. If I had to guess, I would say April. If you gun to head, force me to talk about 1 month that we pull down in the market. Now, I'm not telling you to buy puts. I'm not telling you to be careful. I'm not telling you to hedge. Don't misconstrue my words. I'm telling you, if you suddenly see a bunch of down days in March, April, or May, don't jump up and say, that's a buying opportunity. That's the only thing I ask. Fair enough? Now, one of the sexy things is going to be marijuana. Marijuana seems like the sex appeal is back for marijuana. What do I mean by sex appeal back? I'm not saying it looks good in a thong. I'm saying the marijuana stocks are on fire. No pun intended. So let's take a look at some of the marijuana stocks here. I'm going to talk a little about MJX. Now, I don't know if you guys saw MJX trade today. I mean, I know you guys in the room did because we caught it long. I'm talking more to the YouTube guys. We saw MJX just come in with this phenomenal amount of volume. It did more volume today. It pretty much did more volume today than I believe it has ever done ever in the entire existence of the ETF. Now, you might have never heard of MJX before. You might say, what is this one? Because it used to be LARE, which is non-existent anymore. Now, for you guys who want to remember what LARE is, you might remember it from the old Melnick report from last year. Not so old, but, from last year. It was my favorite REIT to buy. I was talking about buying Mexican real estate because I was predicting a boom in the Mexican economy. I thought despite all the foul rhetoric with Mexico involved and everything, that I thought Mexican economy was going to flourish So I actually talked about my favorite stock, and I'll try to show it to you without showing you every single one of my emails, which I want to try not to do. Let's see. Right here. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. So when I was told this is from the geopolitical side on my report, and I talked about the wall. Obviously, I talked about the U.S. dollar, Mexican currency, and I talked about Mexican real estate will be set to explode in value. I would target land within a 30-mile radius around Mexico City, which is the capital of Mexico. And I said the easiest way to play this is to bet long on LARE. This was directly from my report. And the funny thing is, LARE is this. This is LARE. So it seems like you could do two things if you're a company and you want your stock price to explode. Claim that you're doing blockchain. Doesn't matter. You're selling used toilet paper, used condoms, soggy tissues. It doesn't matter. Dirty diapers. It doesn't matter. Just say that you're creating a blockchain for the dirty diapers and your stock is set to explode 200 to 2,000% in value. The same thing is going to remain true now for marijuana companies, especially this month. It might not be hot in a month from now, but I am telling you things that things that are basically like the cryptocurrency blockchain took over. I think there's a chance that marijuana might do the same. And you have to look at a lot of these marijuana stocks. And this is actually LARE. And if you actually look at it, of when I called it out, I was actually calling it out right here in the beginning of 2017, right before my 2017 report. And we literally opened up at $24.51. Not a bad move in LARE. This was my favorite ETF for tone Mexican real estate. I was telling, I speak to a lot of the big money managers and hedge fund managers, and they were gobbling up real estate all across Mexico, near Mexico City, when I started showing them this report. Some of the real estate there actually went up 100% from where they bought it in a year. More than 100% return. They love me, these guys. So what this ETF did, LARE, which owned and sold, Mexican real estate, they turned into a marijuana company. Just like Long Island iced tea is now a Bitcoin play. And BURG, I laugh because it's funny, is a restaurant, and all of a sudden they want to offer blockchains for dinner rewards or food rewards to their guests. Wow. Okay, that's a good reason. Wow, why are you eating at this joint? They give me crypto, bro. They give me cryptocurrency. That's why I'm here. So going back, MJX had more volume today than it. I believe. I mean, I'll do the math. Definitely in the last 5 days than it's ever had, but maybe today more than it's every other day prior combined. So there are no options in MJX, unfortunately. We were buying this thing, under $35. It's actually trading over 36 after hours. So as a result, keep an eye on the marijuana stocks. I mentioned a few names here, couple marijuana companies. We're long them already. We're long both of these names. We took them before the close. Now, you guys on YouTube are probably sitting there thinking, well, thank you, Captain Hindsight. That is really useful. And I wish I could get in early with you guys. You can. It's going to be a service. It's going to be up shortly. I have to see the sign-in page. I'm developing it right now. We're already running test runs. It unfortunately has to be done through Twitter for legality purposes. So you'll need a Twitter account, and then you'll be able to directly receive them. But I mentioned a couple marijuana stocks here. ATTBF, which is Abatis Bioceuticals. We had a little pop up today. We bought in at like 52 cents and change, approximately 53 cents. It closed a few pennies higher. I think we could get a breakout. I think we could get a breakout through 60 cents. Not a bad move. And I also mentioned OWCP, which is another marijuana related stock, which popped up very beautifully as well. We took shares in that as well. I also took this one, Workhorse. I don't know. It's showing that it's at 284 after hours. I took this one. This one was actually very interesting on Workhorse. They jumped after teasing tomorrow's big announcement. I love when companies do this. If you want to know what Workhorse does, they're a manufacturer of electrically powered delivery and utility vehicles. So it's actually funny that they said, um, they said, tomorrow we will be making a big, in capital letters, announcement about the hashtag Surefly. Don't miss it. Hashtag drone, hashtag Tuesday thoughts, hashtag workhorse, hashtag technology, hashtag Tech Tuesday at CES. Whatever the heck that means. So they basically came out and say, hey guys, we're going to have a big announcement for you tomorrow. You remember last time that happened? I'm going to show you. That was on Mox Reports when we took the overnight here on Thursday into Friday and we sold it in the morning when it gapped up tremendously on GCAP. That was the last time we took a play in which was going to have big news tomorrow. It's funny. It's almost like legal insider trading. They're basically, instead of having just a few insiders trade on the news, they're coming out to the world and saying, we're going to announce something big tomorrow. I bet you can't wait. Okay, I'll hold some shares. We'll see what happens. So we bought Workhorse as well. Gave a very simple trigger in Workhorse of $3.24. That $3.24 is right over here, your November 15th high from last year. That's an A plus trigger, could get you $3.50. Took some shares of that as well. Again, if you're on YouTube watching, and you guys are going to be able to get access to this stuff because what I've been doing recently. I haven't always been doing this. I've been talking about the names that I've been taking overnight because they're obviously my favorite setups. Am I biased? Yeah, that's why, I'm buying them. And if you want to know what like transparency is, just by the way, what transparency is, when I buy these positions, I go to my room and I say, I'm going to throw in a market order to buy this in 20 seconds, guys. You want to talk transparency? That's transparency. Hey guys, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to throw in a market order. I'm going to buy this many shares. I'm going to buy this many option contracts. I'm going to throw the market order in 20 seconds. That's how I disclose trades on these overnights. So what I'm also going to do is I have to find the legalities if I literally text you like I'll be buying something in 20 seconds. So I basically give you guys a chance, because I'm, officially not in the position when I text you, but I'm going to be, short of my power going out in 20 seconds, right? So, again, I'm not a lawyer. I know every time I try to do something here in the company, it's like I called Jacoby and Myers. It's like, what the hell's going on here? It's like, okay, let's look over this. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? It's like, do I need an attorney present to have this phone call? It's like, goodness. But I'll try to check the legality on that. But pretty much the service is going to offer like a maximum transparency possible. Marijuana stock at all-time highs. We'll make a lot of marijuana jokes with all the pot names. So again, like I said, keep an eye on the pot names. I do want to mention Intel, major A plus trigger at 47.88. The trigger we've been watching, beautiful bull flag. Looked like it resolved today. Look what happened after hours in Intel. I have no idea what the heck happened. I cannot. Did anyone find that news? what was the news on Intel? So Intel closed at 46.85, shot to 48.20, and then digested down to 47.30. I cannot find a single piece of information. My thoughts: some big fund just smacked the living you know what out of it right over here at 445. So I want to. So Nvidia, is it Nvidia? Oh my goodness! Yes, Nvidia is up after hours in a big way. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of fun this year. I feel it. Um. So what's? Let me see. Let's see what's going on over here. So this is what happened. Taiwan has reported it landed a short lead time orders for high performance computing. Blah 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 blah. This supposedly is what affected Nvidia. Is that even possible? I don't know if it's I don't think that's it. I think it's something else. I have no idea. I think maybe people are just positioning for this year. So it should be very interesting. The funny thing about GWPH, Josh, is it's the second biggest holding of this marijuana ETF. GWPH is my favorite marijuana company. They make, natural drugs, dare I call them supplements at this point, considering they're naturally grown and not chemically induced in a laboratory. With that being said, yeah, I think GWPH is great. I'm bullish on it. I was actually thinking of taking calls by the close, but I just bought the other marijuana names. So, again, here is my Forex. Ooh, these are buy orders. Just two Forex trades. Not a lot of Forex setups. Let the Forex markets move a little. Keep an eye on Intel tomorrow, whatever you do. I repeat, keep an eye on Intel tomorrow, whatever you do. Whatever you do, watch Intel. Whatever you do, watch Intel. You missed the target on ExxonMobil when I said it. Alright, so if there's any analysis I can offer you guys, now would be the time to ask. There's a big trigger. The target now is $85.45. But if it heads higher, the bigger trigger is I want you to watch $86.10. And if, of course, you guys on YouTube, like about a dozen people signed up yesterday for my service. What I'm doing is basically, if you email me, you'll get a better deal than what's on the website. I'll consider the YouTube part of like the friends and family type plan, where you'll get a deep discount. I think it's like $2,000 for the annual on the website. I believe it's like cheaper than that if they're running a special. So you can email me. I don't know how long it'll last, but I'll be glad to share it with you. Yeah, we'll see what Intel does. I thought you made some good calls in Tesla. I mean, you're an animal when you trade that. Honestly, I look at that and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I think it's impressive the way you trade that one. Ethereum breaking out. Yeah, so Ethereum, as you know, is my favorite crypto for this year. It is Ethereum, followed by Dash. Marijuana winners you follow. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going to look at a ton of marijuana names tomorrow. Bought thousands and thousands of shares of them in these two names. My thoughts on Cypress Semiconductor long. It's bullish. The question is, how much does it pull back before you can buy it? The best level, and again, it's a bit lower. I don't know if I'll get there. Would be 1534 for a long. Maybe it digests another day and we get another level. Um, just bring it up to me again and I'll let you know. It looks like a bearish rising wedge here. We'll see how true that ends up being. General Electric. I saw it popping today. Robert had a really nice heads up to the room on this one. He was talking about the $18 calls. It's breaking out. There's no easier way to say it. I wouldn't be surprised to see a $19 target on GE. Vertex. Well, here's Priyanka. You ready? Bullish engulfing bar, Priyanka. This is very, very bullish. A pullback tomorrow to 152.06, not too far down. Might be a buying opportunity in the name. I love what you're watching on that one. Caterpillar, yeah. What the hell is that? Bearish engulfing bar, breaking underneath support. Trading at all-time highs, gapping up after hours. Ignore me. X, I put a 37.35 target today. We hit 37.46. If this thing wants to keep going, you'll have another next target of 38.24. Great job by you gals today. And letter X says also some of you guys followed in that trade. Great job by Kathy giving that one to us. IBM. Look, fundamentally, I'm bullish on this company. Technically, I'm not. You be the judge. You're fighting above the moving averages. Are you going to pull back below? I don't know. I can't buy this one. GBTC, go or wait, go. Now, it comes with high risk, high reward. I don't have to tell you that. I can't tell you what a position size looks like in this. Because here's the truth. If you took 10 shares at the bottom of Friday, I mean, you would be up like $11,000. If you took 100 shares at the bottom of Friday, yeah, you'd be up over $110,000. So, do I think it's going to break $3,500? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I think you're going to get to $4,000 and higher? Yes. Yes, I do. Hope that helped. Craig. Cypress Long, just went over that. Square. See, it's funny. I wanted it to break 34. You hit 34.14. You hit 34.38. Now it looks like it wants to go before hitting my price target. I don't know. Probably bounces. I mean, it's so due for a bounce already. I could see this thing going higher on Square. Dirty coal. It's funny because they actually have a very extensive clean coal program. Speaking of dirty, CLD, beautiful falling wedge, beautiful breakout, beautiful resolution. I am bullish in coal. 540 is going to be your big trigger. Look for a follow through from 485 as well. Bullish CLD. Baba resistance, like I'm long and I want a place to sell out, or I'm looking for a place to short. You crack through resistance. You're not going to see resistance for a long time, girl. We're talking like over $200 at this point. Hey, Happy. Thoughts on Netflix? Was one of the names we were watching bullishly today on the news. You broke out beautifully. Are you going to pull back to support? 197.12. If you don't, look for an all-time high break of 204.38. HMNY. This one was actually moving after hours. Let's see. No, it pulled back in. It was actually after hours. It hit 740 and then I guess pulled in. I'm bullish. I'm bullish on this because of this. See how you just hit against resistance? All you have to do tomorrow, Happy, is hold above $6.84 and you can remain bullish. In my humble technical opinion, letter X gave you the analysis. Watch 37.35. If you can't hold above that level, chuck it. That's what I would do if I were in the position. Can't tell anyone legally what to do. Win Resorts, bearish. Short level tomorrow, 166.37. Look for a potential follow through as well from 163.72. Ravi, hi Mark, will you be holding sell for 5 years? I don't know yet. It's a good question. Will I be holding sell for 5 years? I can't tell. Like, I'll put it this way. If my first and second target hit and it hits like $30 and then $45, I could see myself holding a little towards 100. If I just see the play is failing, like any trade ever can, then no. Probably not. Jack short. So Jack got downgraded today. I think they moved it up a little. No, they left it the same. Very bearish here in Jack. Jack be nimble. Jack be quick. Jack looks like it's going to drop below 95 candlesticks. That's my feelings on Jack. And I like what you're watching on that one, Ravi. This is obviously like Alibaba. It's Yahoo's investment in Alibaba. The interesting thing about this one, what I actually find phenomenally interesting, this one hit all-time highs today while Baba didn't. So I guess I would ask the question, why isn't Baba over $191? So either ABA goes down or Baba goes up. I think you could do a hedge where you long Baba and short this. That's a good pairs trade, in my opinion. Equal dollar amount on each end. Not share amount, dollar amount. CTL, CenturyLink. Weren't they going to be bought out, or weren't they buying out someone? True resistance tomorrow. $17.49. XNet. Bullish breaking out today, Barb. A plus triggers 1940, still far away. If it pulls back tomorrow, I think a buying opportunity would be around 1610. Sprouts Farmers Market, nothing changed with my analysis. Remember I said it was a little bit of a bearish wedge here and it has to pull back down to the 8? Look, it did it. Boom, now it's popping up again. So if you guys are unfamiliar, this is the name where I said Walmart should take this company out. It's a perfect acquisition target from Walmart. I made this prediction after I predicted that Amazon should buy Whole Foods, by the way. Let's see. Do I have a target on ON? Yeah. 22.15, followed by a break of that level. What am I? You trade with one share, but it makes you happy. That's funny. VRX. Bullish. Ackman is settling the allergen. By the way, so this is, I'm actually happy you brought this up. So remember, we were making fun of Bill Ackman for, well, not making fun of him, saying basically he got away with theft because he was buying Allergen before creating a deal to take out Allergen. So basically the stock was trading at like 80 or 90 bucks, and he knew he was going to buy it out for like 180. He talked with Valiant Pharmaceuticals to buy him out for like 200 or so, or like 180, and then he just started buying billions and billions of dollars worth of stocks and options, and then he absolutely crushed it. And he made profits of over $2 billion, and now he settles it for $290. This is what's wrong with America. This is what's wrong with America. You know what that's saying right there? You know what that's saying right there? That he had to settle for that much. I mean, this dude made billions on this, and he settled it for $290 million. You know what that says? Crime pays. Crime pays. That's what that is saying to the world right there. This scumbag literally bought the crap out of a company knowing that the company was going to be a takeout target by him and someone else. And he started just massively loading into options, massively driving the stock price higher for months, and then, boom, bought out. So he settled it for $290 million. I would have removed all of his assets, given it to charity, and put him in jail for the rest of his life. But again, like I told you guys before, I'm not a judge nor am I a lawyer, so who am I to say? Kind of funny there, huh? What a good deal he got. I'm sure he's sitting there drinking. I'm bet he's paying 290 million, and he's. I don't want to know what kind of party he's having tonight. Um, he's probably shut down Manhattan for a party like that. All right. What do I think about Roku? So by the way, I am bullish on VRX. I think it could break through 2281. By the way, Barbara. What do I think about Roku? Still bullish. Still bullish. We need to break a prior day's candle. In English, tomorrow, let's break 5285 to get a move to the upside. All right. Hey, Mike. Mike McFarland. For the YouTube people watching, I joined over the weekend. Today was my first full day in the live chat room. Took 2 trades from Mark and made over half my joining fee back today. Thank you, Mike, for sharing that with our YouTubers. Again, I keep the broadcast probably a lot more silent than other broadcasts. I'm like trying to learn how to shut up a lot better. And basically, if I'm not talking about an actionable idea or answering a question in the room, I'm not talking. So I definitely did a better job at that. Somebody said they made 50% of their subscription today. Basically, I just called very simple plays today, bottoms. Very simple bottoms in real time. And I give you guys the heads up too. Like before the level hits, the majority of you guys get better prints than me. And a lot of these names, it's funny. Because I tell you guys ahead of time before the level hits. So today in WATT, we started buying down here when the stock broke 2082. I think I was buying $20.73. I think was my best print. Somebody had 2069 in the room. I think it was Robert. The low of the day was 2062. So after hitting 20, this is a 5-minute chart. Ignore all the lines and stuff. Don't get intimidated by that. So after it hit 2062, it literally climbed up within less than an hour to 24.95. Literally rallied 20%. So tremendous opportunity there in Energis. I sold before. I sold my last shares at like 22.30s. I was like, I'm done. I made like a point. I was happy. There was a potential for a little less than 4.5 points to be made. This is just one of the trades we called out. I'm not highlighting this because this one was good. I take very small risk for bigger reward. And I'm glad and welcome to the room, Mike, and I'm glad you capitalized it. And thank you for the kind words. Again, if you wish to join, you can email me. You can sign up on the website, but you'll pay more. It's still worth it, in my opinion. I am biased. I did create this product for a product that I said, is this a product that I would pay for? And the funny thing is, that really changed me as a broadcaster because I asked myself this question 10 years ago when I started at T3, and my answer was no. I said, would I pay for my service? And I thought about it for a second, and I said, no, I wouldn't. It would be impossible to follow me. I'm just hyper scalping thing and cursing on a microphone all day. Like, that's what I was doing. I kid you not. Ask anyone in the company. So I grew as a trader. Like, I'll admit it that I've become a better trader and a better broadcaster since then, and I'm still trying to improve. So thank you again. You took one, now you're holding Workhorse, which is up as we speak. Nice job. My 20, I don't know, Barbara. I didn't really give an order of preference. I just pretty much gave them all. I gave sale, and then I gave dividend stocks because I think we might be in a bearish market. Any thoughts on GCAP at this point? I was hoping it would pull down to the exponential 8 and then bounce. As long as you could break 10.10 tomorrow. You're looking good. If you pull back to the 8, I might buy it as well. CMG, could play it long versus Friday's low. That's my opinion. Other than that, I think, my other opinion. Snap, you could play it long versus, again, Friday's low. All these names pop today. Are they going to get follow through? If they are, they're going to all hold Friday's low. EA looks good. Yeah. That's a straight up breakout. So on EA, you're running through a couple moving averages here. Support would be 107.03 tomorrow in EA. I hope so too, Mike. I think you'll have a lot of fun here. But again, I'm very happy you're able to be successful. You pick certain trades that worked. That Watt trade was pretty good. The TUM was a monster as well. Okay, so again, here are my trades. Let's see if there's anybody on YouTube who wants a question answered. Okay. Hey, Luciano. Happy New Year. So go. I don't have any real fundamental analysis on this. Technically, I'll say you're breaking out with not enough volume. So support tomorrow would be 1163, and the breakout of 1192, today's high, would be a simple breakout pattern. I am not, you could talk about the book value, but I'm assuming this is a Chinese company. When it comes to Chinese companies, book values are very funny things. There's a lot of lax restrictions and lax regulations in China. Keep that in mind, but I'll do some research on this, Luciano. Email me tomorrow and I'll give you better analysis. This is one I have to read about because it's obviously a recent IPO from November. Hey Jeremy, you're holding a small sale position long. Do I know when they report earnings? Didn't somebody say when Sale was reporting? When is Sale reporting? Somebody was talking about it. Let's see. I don't remember what day Sale was reporting, but from my 2018 report, it's my favorite stock this year. Outside of my dividend names, which I always love dividend names, this is my favorite company for the year. SAIL. We'll see if that ends up working or not. I have a position as well, Jeremy. I'm not sure when they report earnings. Somebody told me and I forgot. Sadiq, please send offer for your info. I shall, Sadiq, absolutely. Okay, Pedro, I'll send you the 2018 report. Okay. Well, again, last time, if you wish to screenshot, you can have all my Forex and game plan names for tomorrow. Watch marijuana stocks. MJX is a hot ETF. We're in a couple of these trades as well. Definitely, whatever you do, do not take Intel 4788 off your radar tomorrow. Whether it gets there or not, I don't care. You set alerts. You don't let this thing get to 4788 without you. Because these $48 calls can go through the roof. It will blow through the roof. So just keep an eye on that. Nonetheless, it was a very profitable day for us. Oh, by the way, our BlackBerry spread is working. I sold half of it. Some of you guys took 100% off. It was a decent trade. Got a nice pop today. I'm going to see if we could milk any more out of the other half of the position, but nice comeback on BlackBerry. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the NEWSBEAT nightly trading broadcast. Happy trading, make money, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the NEWSBEAT live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.